As we look at sterile gloves, CDC and OSHA said you must wear sterile gloves whenever invasive surgical procedures are going to be performed. This includes whenever intentional gingival, mucosal, or dermal flaps are raised, whenever cutting or sectioning of bone is anticipated, whenever a simple procedure becomes a surgical procedure, and we've all had those days. We all know what we need to be doing with sterile gloves. That's one of the things that I wonder about what happened in those communities where we've got an increase of infections with pulpotomies. Were they wearing sterile surgical gloves? Remember that sterile surgical gloves, when we look, the medical gloves, both patient exam and sterile gloves, are to protect your hands when you touch mucous membrane, blood, and other body fluids, or items contaminated with these materials. Wearing gloves also reduces the likelihood of transmitting organisms from your hands to the patients during dental procedures. But we have to look at what we're getting. Are we buying something that is of good quality? The quality of medical gloves can differ from manufacturer to manufacturer, as well as batch to batch. So be sure to check on them. And if you have a problem with them, remember this is also an approved medical device. So go back to the manufacturer. Let them know that you're having a problem. Breakdown. Don't use lotions that contain petroleum if using a latex glove. There hasn't been a study looking at nitrile gloves, but it is something that we have to think about with nitrile gloves too, because there has been no study. Use water-based hand lotions, and don't allow patients to use products on their lips that contain oils or mineral oils or petroleum-based products. Studies have shown that they can break down the gloves, and I hope you'll think about what you need to be doing to keep yourself safe as well as the patient, because we don't want them to expose them to your bacteria. If using an alcohol-based hand rub, allow the rub to completely dry before donning your gloves. Remember that if that alcohol content is there, it can break down many of the materials the gloves are made of.